So I kind of joined the project at a really great time in that we're kind of moving in waves, and with new funding we've been able to get more interviews done and being able to get the voices of the Asian American women, where previously we were kind of just focusing on women, just non-white women, so women of color. So because I started when this new phase was happening, I was able to be involved in all of the processes that are involved with researching. So I've been involved with interviewing, and in that sense, I've helped with trying to gather who we should interview, looking at the data that we've had so far. I've conducted some interviews, either in person or through social media itself, so through things like Skype or even the phone. I've also been a part of helping verifying and transcribing interviews, and currently we're working on coding the interviews in hopes to further analyze the data later. So we have all this data, just like hours of people talking about their interaction with social media and their identities, who they are, their goals in their life, career goals and things like that. So we're going to be looking into that and see if we can find any trends, coding interviews so that we can go back and look at them later, and try to find things that people have in common, what do people have in common, or anything that we can associate with other factors such as their socioeconomic background, their educational background, and things like that. So we're really in the process of getting all the data together and analyzing and really see what we can get from this new study. So it's interesting in that I guess I've never really lived in a world where social media wasn't something that was widely used or something that people didn't engage with on a daily basis. And so it doesn't feel awkward or strange for me that people are always constantly on social media, but I know that in the broader scheme of things and in the historical context, this is a really new thing. And so I'm hoping to really understand how social media impacts the way that people form their identities. And in regards to like occupational identity, I think it's interesting to think about how the messages that we're receiving either through TV, which is kind of the social media that people usually go towards, or radio, but then now we're moving into places where anonymity is a thing that people like to have when they're interacting with other people. So then how does that affect the way that they look at each other, the way that they view themselves and the possibilities that they have? So I'm hoping to learn a little bit about that and how these new communities that are formed online have really shaped the way that people go about their lives and look at what they are capable of doing.